too on Curiosity Stream. With superior armies comes superior weapons. How has innovation mechanized the battlefield? From bullets to battleships and everything in between. It's machinery of warfare. Plus, from the gross to the gourmet. See how that in-flight meal lands on your tray table. On secrets of your airline food. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. George Clooney just did an interview where he was talking about all the exposure that he recently gave Floby, which was really, at the end of the year, that was kind of the surprise, is that George Clooney pretty much most of the time does his hair with one of those old school Flobies that we saw advertised in the 70s and 80s or whatever.
Yeah, I know for sure 80s. I don't remember 70s, but you're probably right. And it was the greatest thing ever because I think all of us forgot about the Flowbee, and here's George Clooney, one of the biggest stars in the world, doesn't go to a hairstylist. He just takes care of it himself, and then did it on like Jimmy Fallon show where he showed him how to use it. Or Kimmel, one of the two Jimmys.
Soon after he was telling everybody he was using this, people said, you know what, I got to get me a Flowbee, and it attaches to the vacuum hose, so no muss, no fuss. That's where all the hair goes, and Flowbee sold out.
I should have gotten stock in that company before I told that story. I really screwed up on that one. Well, I didn't even think the company still existed because, I bought one a long time ago and then got another one off of like Amazon or something. So I think, somebody else's Flowbee, I think. So now I know. Next time I endorse something, I'm going to own some stock before I do. I'll let you know. Insider trading.
I just think he's like someone else's Flowbee. He's using a used Flowbee.
That seems gross.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
It's probably sanitized, but it's just like one of those things that I don't feel like I would ever want to use somebody else's of. Like even hair trimmers, I won't ever use somebody else's hair trimmer at all.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. Like it's like a more of a psychological thing of like the idea of using somebody else's thing that they used to groom themselves with. But I've used other people's hair trimmers. I've let people use my hair trimmers. When Bruiser Brody played those shows in Vancouver, I brought my clippers so I could keep my, hair looking good or lack of hair looking good. And then all the boys were just like, hey, can I use that to trim my beard or can I trim my hair? I'm like, yeah, sure.
See, Rev, you know what? You got to be a hockey player. You got to, you share everything.
Or a band guy.
I say, is
that whole story was about a band.
Yeah. Well, I guess I just figured. Hey, you're right. It was about a band. You know what? You got to be a band guy, Rev. And then
maybe the hockey guys, I share my underwear. I got no problem with that.
So so that's the thing. It's like, it's really necessity. If you can be like Rev and go, well, I can get hair trimmers everywhere. But if you can't get a hair trimmer, Rev, what are you going to do?
I'm just going to let it grow.
What kind of crazy talk is that?
By the way, I have a question since we're talking hair. I've noticed the Rev last week was all scruffy, and then I noticed yesterday he's all clean shaven again. You were crying about how you lost your beard, but it seems like you're not trying to grow it back.
Yeah, I did. I retrimmed it all up, gave myself some big old sideburns and keeping the mustache, and 2020 is going to be the year of the Wilford Brimley mustache.
Oh, so you're going to stick with it?
I'm going all in.
So 2021, right?
Oh, yeah, 2021, yeah.
There you go. We know
what year is this. But yeah, so I've decided I'm just going to let the sideburns go nuts and the mustache go crazy and see where it leads me.
Wow.
Oh, this is going to be great. You're going to look like the character from that was it, Frosty Snowman?
Yeah, well, actually, you're talking about Rudolph the Red-Nosed. Yeah,
one of those.
Yeah, the Burr Alive Snowman guy.
Oh, that means for Christmas you got to dress up as him.
Oh, do I?
I mean, it'd be nice.
Actually, a snowman actually wouldn't be that hard, to be perfectly honest. So I think I could actually do that.
Oh, yeah. It's just really everything. Just paint yourself white and wear a derby.
I mean, a good point. Did Rev know that every time you go to the barber, the clippers that they're used were used on another person before you, and then a person before that, and another person before that?
I don't think about that sort of thing.
They sanitize those, though. That's
Do
the
they?
thing. Oh, yeah.
See, I haven't gotten a real haircut since like junior high school or high school.
It's been a long time for me as well.
I've been cutting my own hair and then shaving my own head since then.
Yeah.
At least according to my hairstylist, he said long before the COVID stuff happened, he said, we were doing a lot of sanitizing and a lot of the protocol because that's just part of our industry, because you've got people's basically, their hair and all, you're so close to them. You got to make sure everything is fresh for the new customer.
Well, at least in the fancy places, some of those underground places I've been to, you never know what's going on.
Underground hair trimmers.
The underground hair trimmers.
Yeah.
Because you just, you know what? I mean,
You got to save that money.
That's a...
All right. Also, I mean, this is just a conspiracy theory because everyone loves conspiracy theories these
why
days.
not?
Who's to say that George Clooney he's not in cahoots with Floby?
Ooh.
And this whole thing was just him. He's making I don't know. I didn't have no idea that they were even still existing when he owns part of the company.
Well, he's like you say, yeah. I should have had stock in the company. It's like, or do you own the company?
I'm certain it's not true, but that would be funny if he was like a part owner of Floby.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know if I want to be Mr. Conspiracy on everything because I've noticed it's just crept into my life. Sure, we don't talk politics on this show, but man, we do talk conspiracy theories about all different kinds of subjects. And I think the world's done that to us.
Yeah, see, I think it's gone a little too extreme where people now are fighting over those kind of things. I like stupid conspiracy theories, like George Clooney, part owner of Floby.
I still think we can fight over that. That's the thing, because human beings, we do have that nature. So
we can fight over anything.
I will fight you to the death, Mr. Clooney. Do not besmirch his good name.
We could fight if you want to. I don't know. Sorry. That was the first thing I thought of.
What is happening?
That damn safety dance video's all the time now.
Thank Alaska for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what Alaska knows how to get in your head. Put the brainworm in there.
I can't brainworm if you want to.
I can't wait to fly again, to be honest with you, man.
Yeah.
I miss my Alaska friends.
Oh, are they your friends now?
They're always nice to me. All the flight
They
attendants.
get paid to be nice to you.
They're still.
It's like me thinking strippers are my friends.
Okay.
Oh, aren't they?
And then there are the strippers that are just nasty to you. At least, you know what? If you're getting paid, either way, at least one people's nice. There's not every airline's
Just those
nice to you.
underground strip clubs are the ones that are nasty
Oh,
to you.
yeah. The underground airlines are the ones that are really nasty to you.
They cut your hair, and they give you a lap dance and take you to Alaska.
Okay.
I thought you wanted your strippers to be nasty.
Well, I mean, what is going on?
I know, seriously.
I was about to go, in the Janet Jackson sense, yes, but no one understands that. Really.
I got it. I knew where you were going to go with that because I thought it too.
I just know where you are today, Steve,
Yep. Where
and
am
where
I?
Vicky is today, and where Rev is today. It's like the first things out of your mouth pretty much show you where you are in life.
Nasty.
Rev
Nasty boys.
Rev is like all of a sudden doesn't like anything unclean involving hair. You're all about the conspiracy theories, and Vicky's like, look, I'm doing my memes. Unless you want to talk about sex, then I'll join the conversation.
Vicky is legit doing a meme right now. I just looked over.
Pretty much that's our show. What's the theme going to be today? You've heard it, everybody. Rev wants things clean. Steve wants to talk conspiracies. And Vicky's a little naughty.
I'm okay with this.
And me, well, I'm still a curmudgeon. I think that's pretty much the show.
That's the spirit.
There you
Danny's still quarantining for syphilis.
go. Yeah, I know, man.
Or
This
was it
has been
chlamydia? I can't remember now.
It's
Yeah,
been
sure, why not
I think
both?
It's a double dose, which is why he's had to take 2 weeks off.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he's got both. Well, since we're talking naughty, how about police had to bust up a party? Unfortunately, it seemed like it was all a bunch of Vickies as they mistook the police for strippers. Steve will tell you all about it. He's got the Miggs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Miggs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
New on Curiosity Stream. Deformed trees, mutated wildlife, and no humans for miles. 10 years after the disaster at Fukushima, see what this irradiated ecosystem can teach us about nuclear fallout on Radioactive Forest. Plus, looking for the most diverse marine life on the planet? Dive into the Coral Triangle and experience a frenzy of wildlife you've got to see to believe on nature's greatest secret. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Advanced Hair Restoration for giving us the Migs Report. And today is the day to stick to your New Year's resolution, as it's Stick to Your New Year's Resolution Day.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a New Year's resolution kind of guy, so I never really worry about that.
Yeah, boy, I guess they got to tell you what's day to the 13th, the 12th?
Today's the 12th.
So, boy.
You're teetering on the edge. Maybe you're like, you know what? Screw it. I want sugar. Or whatever it is that you decided that you're giving up.
Yeah, 12 days in, they go, we need to make a day because you're about to give up.
Right. And then what, like in a couple of weeks, it's just the national effort. Just give up on your New Year's resolution day. You haven't been doing it for the last month anyway.
Yeah.
But more importantly, today is International Kiss a Ginger Day. So find yourself a redhead and consensually kiss them.
Good call. Oh, that's awesome.
If you had to pick one ginger to kiss,
ooh,
who would it be?
Wow, that's a good question.
My first thought is, what's her face? Laura Prepon from...
Laura Prepon.
That too.
Yeah.
Well, I won't say her. I won't call her Miss Prepon because that would probably hurt my chances.
From That 70s Show and Orange is the New Black is when you really... But she became more of a brunette in that show.
Yeah, I'm thinking That 70s Show era.
Laura Prepon's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah, Donna, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Donna's a good one. Boy, oh boy. You know what? I'm going to go with Nicole Kidman because she just, apparently people are mad at her because she's taking on an iconic role, and I'm forgetting which one it was.
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, she's going to play Frank Sinatra. Oh my gosh. Oh, she's playing Lucille Ball in a movie.
Oh, and that's a redhead.
And people are pissed about it. But I'm going to go with Nicole Kidman.
All right, Vicky, kissing a ginger.
I'm thinking Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
Oh,
I know she's probably not really a ginger, but she rocks it so well. She's so hot.
I don't know. I actually don't know what her true hair color is because I've seen her in so many different hair colors.
Yep, I think she's blonde, but don't care. She'll always be a redhead to me.
Orion.
All right, Rav, you're kissing the ginger.
Ooh, I'm thinking Allison Hannigan.
Oh, that makes sense.
Good call. That's a
Taking
very good call,
camp?
too.
Oh, I forgot about Bandcamp. I was thinking more along the line of Buffy, but okay.
Wow, Buffy or Bandcamp's a good call with Allison.
One Texas got a good one, Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, yeah. Forgot that Scarlett was a redhead.
All right, Joe.
Blake Lively was a redhead for a second.
Good pick.
Yeah. So it's
great
anybody who's
answer.
been redhead at any point in time.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I could just go on, the database of adult film stars, and there's plenty of redheads.
I like that you say you could go on the database.
Yeah.
You already have gone on the database many times.
Sadly, when I saw that today was that day, I instantly searched redheaded porn stars.
Yes, you did.
And I'm staring at it for an extended period of time, and I'm like, what's wrong with you, Steve? And I closed it because I'm like, I'm not even getting any work done. I'm just staring at redheaded porn stars, and I'm convincing myself that this is show prep.
Congratulations.
Kind of was, though. I talked about it.
I love the fact that I pretty much know how your day starts.
Yeah.
Well, nothing wrong with that. Some people use coffee. Some people use the database of adult porn stars to get going in the morning.
Some use both.
Yeah.
Then it says my wife is a ginger, and it's her birthday today.
Yeah.
Aw.
There you go.
So if we have National Kiss a Ginger Day, I hope, because we recently lost the poor Dawn Wells, that we'll have National Kiss a Marianne Day.
Oh, boy.
Okay?
Oh,
Can we do that, please?
We don't have a National Skipper Day. We probably do.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Oh, so it's a Carrot Top. That's a great pick.
Oh, is it swole carrot top or skinny carrot top?
I don't know, but I only know him as Swole Carrot Top now. I can't even picture him without muscles.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this weird party that was going on over in Argentina. It was at a farm, and it was an underground swingers party.
Ooh.
Apparently, they did not have a permission to hold a party with that many people, especially during the pandemic. Cops were called.
Yeah.
Cops showed up. The best part about this, though, when the cops showed up, they all thought they were strippers.
Oh, of course you would. You're at a swingers party, you figure, oh, this is going to be good.
Right, you think, who hired the strippers dressed as cops? So at some point, the cops said a woman pulled one of the cops aside and said, quote, "Look at your eyes. You're getting me hot." Everybody at the party, unfortunately, did get a citations for violating COVID protocols. The owner of the farm's going to get a fine as well. Yep. As far as the cops, they never decided to take off their clothes. They actually just arrested or fined some people.
Yep.
Could have made a couple extra bucks.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, probably against the rules, though.
You know, it's also against the rules is spraying your students in the face with disinfectant.
What?
That's what happened to a teacher.
You're trying to help with the COVID, right?
Dude, sadly, that's the excuse that this teacher used.
My gosh, I was just joking.
It's in Florida. She was arrested, accused of abusing 4 children in her classroom. The reason, according to this 51-year-old teacher, a.k.a. the moron, she said they weren't wearing their masks properly.
Okay.
So she just grabbed disinfectant spray and sprayed these children, which is not the way you're supposed to do it, in case you were wondering.
This is Florida. Well, you know, I don't like Florida to look like this all the time, but it kind of looks like this all the time.
How about yesterday? National championship in college football. Alabama beat Ohio State 52-24, winning another championship, pretty much cementing that Nick Saban is like the greatest coach ever when it comes to college football. He now has what? I think this was his 6th title with Alabama.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
That's nuts. And I guess he was a little teary-eyed about the whole thing.
Yeah, when this footage of him just kind of like tearing up. I mean, props to him. And shout out to him also for being 69 years old.
Oh, really?
This is his 7th national championship, too.
Oh, wow. So, that's pretty impressive.
He's got, 6 with Alabama, and I guess 1 with someone else.
And as the Heisman kid, right, didn't he have a few touchdowns, like 17 touchdowns or something? I don't know.
I think 36 touchdowns.
Yeah, he did really good.
But today's top story.
Yes, sir.
Actually involves someone from our show, because it proves that your boy, Steve Miggs, is a tastemaker. Your son just started watching Money Heist on Netflix.
That's the top story.
Yes.
That Steve Miggs is a tastemaker.
Yes.
What's really
television
cool,
tastemaker, Steve Miggs.
Well, here's the impressive. Now, Joe, I'm waiting for Money Heist when I start visiting your mom again, when I can do it, after COVID, they say I can.
I've been saying how it's the greatest show of all time, and right before we started the Miggs Report, Joe goes, "Hey, I started that show you've been raving about, and it's awesome."
Yeah, and I know you think Mom will like it.
Oh, yeah, the show's amazing.
Okay. All right, this is because I've been saving it for her.
And the best part is, Joe, I did not realize that because it's a Spanish show that they eventually overdubbed in English so that we could watch it on Netflix. So there's a slight weirdness to that. Once you get past it, it's not a big deal. But he's been watching it in the subtitle version, not realizing that there's an English version.
I had no idea. That's how it started on my Netflix. So I started watching it subbed, and then Steve told me, you can watch it in English.
How about that?
Mind blown.
He thought it was a great show, and he was reading the whole time.
Look at that.
I guess people like doing it that way too. I mean, and I'd much rather hear it.
I'm with you. I'm not a reader.
Yeah, but that's impressive that you enjoyed it even without knowing that it was overdubbed.
Yeah, there are people that have been trained to be able to watch foreign movies with subtitles.
I can't do it.
Yeah, so I mean, for me, I have to have subtitles because I can't hear a damn thing anyway. So.
My favorite is I watch some shows where it's like, there's like a foreign character on the show and they'll say something, and like in Cobra Kai, there's the mom of one of the kids speaks only in Spanish and she says some funny stuff. So sometimes we're watching the show, my wife's playing on the phone and I just start cracking up. She's like, how do you know that's so funny? I'm like, well, if you weren't looking at your phone, you'd see the jokes on the screen.
Wow. And that's when the first fight happened.
Oh, yeah, we're really fighting over Cobra Kai. That's a sad relationship if that's what's causing fights.
Surely is.
All right, as far as weather, we got 55 degrees. It's going to rain. Thank you, Puget Law Group and Money Heist for being the greatest show ever, for Joe to enjoy, for bringing the Mimics Report to you, and that's what's up.
Yeah!
Just trying to sell Money Heist. It's been a minute.
Yeah. Well, look, if you need something to watch, why not? In case some people haven't jumped on board Money Heist yet and they're running out of shows.
See, someone says that the subtitle version they feel is way better. Some people said that. They like hearing the actual voices of the actual actors.
I'm starting to think I can't get both. I'm wondering if that's going to be the case where if I choose the English
dub, can.
Well,
you close caption it.
Okay, so they will allow me to do that. I hope so because I think we'll see what Kathy thinks if she wants to do the dubbed version or the subtitled version. We'll give her a chance. We'll give her a shot.
I wish I knew how to speak Spanish so I could watch it again in Spanish.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
We can do one of those like Netflix watch parties and I can just translate everything for you.
It seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. That was it was a dumb suggestion. I know.
Yeah. Well, you know what, though? It'd be fun to see Vicky try to play all the characters, though.
But that is literally whenever there's anybody speaking Spanish on anything, everyone just turns to me like, what are they saying? I'm like, I'm not going to translate it as well as what you're reading. Like,
I've learned that Vicky somehow, I don't know, under the gun doesn't know Spanish as well as I think she does.
Well, like I was actually reading a study that says that if translating is as much work, like if you're doing 1 hour of translating, it's really 2 hours of work.
Oh, really?
It's that difficult.
Oh, so just talking to somebody in your native language is one thing, but having to translate your language to another language is a beating.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, what are these words? Okay, now translate them to English. Now make them make sense in a sentence. It's multiple steps in my head.
Yeah, I can see that.
I always love when someone's like writing something in a different language on social media, like on Twitter, I think it is, and maybe Facebook too, and you can click the button that says translate, and it always just comes off very, very confusing. Like it's like you notice there's a difference in like just like how things are delivered when they actually get translated word for word.
Yeah. Well, I like the fact that someday we're going to have these Google translators and universal translators from Star Trek where, you know what, you're just going to hear what they're saying in your native tongue, which is going to be pretty amazing. I can't wait for that day. I mean, it's close. We're close.
I mean, we do have the Google Translate app that you could speak into and then translate from there, which I've actually got to use when I was in France, and that's how we didn't get abducted in a freaking taxi once. But
whoa! With that, and also you were hanging out with Liam Neeson, which is always smart.
It was fine. We were fine. They weren't going to mess with us.
Because, Steve, Vicky needed a certain set of skills.
And I didn't have them, so I downloaded an app.
There you go. Yesterday, Steve, who is the tastemaker? Is that
television tastemaker.
He's the television tastemaker. Unfortunately, the tastemaker did get this one wrong.
Who was the first Secretary of the Treasury and was famously killed in a duel to the death by Vice President Aaron Burr?
I have no idea. I'm going to go with Johnny Lawrence.
No.
Daniel LaRussa.
No.
John Cleese.
No. And you know what? You can learn a little bit about this guy on Disney Plus. Alexander Hamilton was indeed the answer. You want a shot at beating Steve? All right, you got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I know if bankruptcy is going to provide me with relief? What are the steps for my situation?
There's so much information out there about bankruptcy with the internet and what people have heard from friends and other people that they've talked to about their financial issues or bankruptcy. There's also a lot of bad information out there or urban legends about bankruptcy. In order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you need to talk to an attorney that's experienced in bankruptcy. So in order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you should talk to an experienced bankruptcy attorney. And my job is not to convince you to file bankruptcy. My job is to help you to make that decision and have all the facts so that you can make an informed decision about whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, what benefits it's going to have for you, and what the downside of filing bankruptcy is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
New on Curiosity Stream. With superior armies comes superior weapons. How has innovation mechanized the battlefield? From bullets to battleships and everything in between. It's machinery of warfare. Plus, from the gross to the gourmet. See how that in-flight meal lands on your tray table. On secrets of your airline food. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.